extra onions for testosterone. Got pumpkin seeds in my smoothies just for the minerals. I look at you dudes, have Britain views, Liverpool. Look at you how most men look at foreplay, nigga minuscule. Your mind is clouded, but the vision skewed. I kill every rapper standing. Wait, pardon me, baby, sorry I'm being.
Hello. It is Starrchild here, and I'm here with my lovely panelist, DeeWeb. And today we're interviewing Blaq Chidori on behalf of Hip Hop Hot Society. How you doing?
What up? PC and Blaq Chidori in this bitch, I'm saying.
So let's get it out the way. What does Blaq Chidori mean?
No. Like I said, it's a very anticlimactic story, you know. And back in the day, I knew about MF Doom, like, because I've heard the music, but like, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't as familiar with him to where like I understood, oh, this is a guy that's doing a Dr. Doom theme. That's why he called himself MF Doom. Like, I've heard the name maybe once or twice. But I've heard the music. This was back during the time where the majority of the time I'm listening to hip hop music is when I'm with my father. And it's just whatever he's playing off of his joint. You know what I'm saying? So I just know the songs by lyrics. I could rap whole songs not even knowing who the artist was. Like, I used to ask him about Wu-Tang songs by reciting the sample. And you know what I'm saying? Like, just I would sing the loop instead of naming the song because I ain't know the names and none of that. So back in the day, I used to call myself Black Dr. Doom. I grew up, I learned how to read from Marvel comic books. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a child, I learned how to read from reading comic books. So I was just a comic book fan, and I used to call myself the Black Dr. Doom. But apparently, no, I can't do that. So I was like, all right, fuck it. Kind of just go by Black. But my uncle was like, nah, that dude 6 Lack is out here. So I was like, all right, so I could be Black, but he was like, make it like unique or something. What show you watching? Watch TV. I'm like, my father got me watching Naruto right now. He was like, fuck it, go with Chidori. I was like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even really care for the name like that. I ain't giving no meaning to like way later where I had a line talking about, I'm like the Kakashi of hip hop. Whereas that nigga could do every style in the show. I could do every style of, you know, music and rap and whatever. So, like, I gave a definition or whatever, but the name really ain't shit. Yeah.
That's hard, Kakashi of rap, because he really a goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about anime either, bro. So, but that name go hard, bro. You know what I mean?
Watching it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, so tell us a little bit about this latest project. So, seemed to be like a lot of soul samples. You was Black Vandross.
Hey yo,
crazy.
So what inspired you? What inspired you to make this kind of sounding music on this project?
Well, there was many different instances of inspiration, many different catalysts in multiple muses. It first started where I did a project off top 3, like sometime earlier last year. And on off top 3, I did a song called Painted. That's the last song on the project. And that song, I was like, yo, why don't I make more music like that? Where I balance that type of melodicness, because hip hop is my least listened to genre. I'm mostly listening to like the stylistics, Stevie Wonder, you know what I'm saying, Sade, shit like that, you know? So I like when I make music and I get to kind of emulate that for like hooks or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's in the samples and shit. And so I was like, why don't I make more songs where I balance that? But also, I liked the direction I took it with Painted, because Painted is very allegorical. It's a euphemism. Like, in the whole song, like, you gotta listen to the song to like really get it. But the whole song is about insemination. But when I'm rapping, you don't even notice, like, it don't even sound like, you know what I'm saying? It don't even sound like I'm describing that, but the whole time I'm describing that. And then at the end, I say, you simple niggas think Blaq a perv or just that horny. It's intimate when I fuck the game. That's the allegory. So the whole time I'm using mad schemes to, like, you know, make a whole metaphor for a cream pie just to make the statement to say I'm fucking the game. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, why don't I make more crazy, freaky ass shit like this? And then one day, my man's Trash from Mississippi, Trash Thompson, we do a track. That's the track Slut Love on the album. That's the first song ever done for it. And so I was like, yo, me and Happy got to talking. I was like, yo, my nigga, boom, we should make this the album. Just shit like this. And so he was like, yo, let me send you like some crazy like German samples sounding shits, like shit that just sound like it's at the Lavore and shit. And I was like, I bet. And then that's how we just ended up making the album. You know?
Okay. So did Happy produce Slut Love?
Yeah. He
did.
Yeah.
And the rest was history.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask you this real quick, bro. Who do you think like you sound? I know people don't like to compare themselves to people and shit like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I get like with the melodic shit you was talking about earlier, and also the soul sample, bro. I was in my mind, I'm like Ghostface type shit. You know what I mean?
That's
so
what I thought too.
Yeah. So do you like listen to any of those cats, or do you think has anybody else compared you to them? Anything like that, bro?
A Ghostface comparison, I don't believe I've got. No, actually, maybe once I've heard that I got that type of sound that's reminiscent of that. But mostly the comparisons as far as what I sound like when rapping, at least vocally, would be like people say I sound like Jay-Z. And that's what I've heard ever since I was like little. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I've been rapping since I was 13. So I've heard that since like 15 and up. And at the same time though, like number one, Ghostface, he's my number one favorite rapper of all time anyway. Word. So there is influence there. It's probably subliminal, you know.
I got
you.
Yeah, when you were rapping, I could hear the Ghostface. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
That's interesting.
But it's funny. It's funny you said Jay-Z because you got a line in your song. It's probably the hook. Are you saying like I sound like Jay-Z?
Yeah, people tell me that I sound like Jay-Z. Yeah. That's Becky with the good hair.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs.
Really?
Yeah.
That song is a bitch to me.
So what would you say is your favorite song?
The story's behind a lot of them songs. The story's behind a lot of them songs.
That's what's up.
What would you say is your favorite song that you made on this project?
Damn, that's a hard one.
Yeah, because your first one you made was Slut Love.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the second one ever made was a feature that I got paid for, and I ended up getting to keep the song. So I basically got paid to make that song. I also, hold on. No, I don't think that was one of the ones where I ended up having to get paid to produce some shit to feature for a nigga. But that's a real hard one. I'd say the one I probably had the most fun making was probably Waterfall or Something About You.
Oh,
Probably the one that I had the most fun making. My favorite one on the song to hear, I don't know, I guess What You Need, since that keeps playing in my head a lot, which is the intro. So. Yeah.
Nice. I definitely enjoyed the soul samples. Yeah, Something About You, that's definitely one of my favorite songs on the project. That Portuguese Love, that's a great sample. Did Art produce that one?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Something About You is crazy. It was Something About You, Waterfall, and What You Need. Those three beats I got at the same time. The album wasn't made in order chronologically, but those 2 beats, I got them at the same time, and I made all of them within the same 12 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like the moment I heard it, the songs just came to me. I was like, yo, like this stack. That's what I'm saying. It was just,
okay. So what would you say is your creative process? Like, how do you get into the vibe to make a good song? Like a song like Something About You. It's okay.
a song, like I said, each track got different stories on that. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, generally, my creative process to answer that is the vibe just got to get into me. It's all about alchemy. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, it's whatever moves just moves. You see what I'm saying? As far as with Something About You specifically, you know, with the album, a lot of different things happened that just inspired a lot of different songs. You know, Something About You is, I mean, like when you listen to the song, it basically just describes one of those scenarios where it's like, you know, and I'm sure DeeWeb could relate to this. Like, you ever been like, you know what I mean? Like, shorty hit you up or whatever, y'all gonna link, and then, you know, she be on some shit like, oh, like, we just gonna chill. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, all right, yeah, whatever. But then y'all don't chill. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
I can't tell you what it is. Well, I can't tell you why that happened. I can't tell you why it's like that. Maybe it's something about you. And, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what that story is about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can weep the third eye energy. You know what I mean? But let me ask you this, brother. Why you pick the visuals? You know what I mean? Like, why did you pick Blaq is Beautiful? Blaq is Beautiful for your, like, to put the visuals to it. You feel me? Like, or maybe your lead single, I would say. Is that kind of your lead single off this new project you got, you think?
No, the lead single was Becky with the Good Hair, which the single version was a radio edit where I had a live saxophonist perform on the song as well for a solo.
That's dope, though.
Which the album cut is an extended version of that single where it doesn't have the saxophonist. But that was just one of the videos that we shot we shot for Blaq is Beautiful, since, you know, I wanted to put the producer in it. On Blaq is Beautiful, Like the Christ, that's actually him rapping. Back in the day, he used to be known as Like the Christ. But then, you know, one day he decided to become a producer, and then he wanted to like come up with some type of name that was like, you know, because he was like, you notice all them names, he had said all them names that got like murder in it, like Murder Inc., Death Row, or like all that shit that sound like negative and shit. All them shit end up getting like Fed cases. So he was like, yo, why don't I, instead of drawing attention to myself, I want to name it something positive. I'm going to call myself Happy Hour Productions. And that's how he started it.
That's dope.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. Power up the tongue. Mm-hmm. So, okay. What would you say? So you say you've been doing music since you were like 13? Mm-hmm. So what was the first song you ever recorded? Like, how old were you?
The first song ever recorded, or the first song ever just...
Like you ever recorded and put out?
Okay. The first one ever recorded and publicized was... It was a fictional rap battle where I played 2 different characters from the same fictional universe, and I made them to rap battle each other. That shit is still on my SoundCloud to this day.
Wow.
Like 15. I was like 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
That takes imagination.
Yeah, it was over the Oldies beat by Odd Future.
Classic.
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of evolution would you say you have since that 14-year-old to now? How have you evolved?
That's a question.
Number one, I'm actually nice now. That's number one. Like, I mean, back then, like, I was lyrical. I showed the capacity to be lyrical and all that. But it won't nothing like, you know what I mean? Like, it won't nothing like too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it won't nothing too crazy. You know, aside from that, I would say my songwriting and penmanship of where I could take certain images and messages and ideas and how I can express them. I don't think I ever would be able to do the type of songs that I'm doing nowadays that I'm doing for back then. Like back then, I think the most complex joint I made was kind of just me addressing some shit with some shorty that was pissing me off. I was like a little kid. And so I'm saying, I don't think I ever could have made a White Melodies back then. I don't think I ever could have made a song called what's son off Dave Chappelle, the blonde man that was racist.
Oh yeah,
Bigsby.
Clayton Bigsby. I did a song called Clayton Bigsby where I rap from the perspective of that nigga. That shit fire. That shit was fire. That shit got banned on a couple different platforms and everything. Because they was like, yo, like the shit you saying, like you can't say all those things together like that. Like I don't think I would have ever been able to do, like I could do anything I want now. I could rap about anything now. I couldn't have done that back then. Couldn't have done that.
Yeah, I would say real quick that to me, when I hear I hear your songs, right, every bar seems intentional. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're trying to paint a story. So would you kind of put yourself in that frame? Would you put yourself with that label as a story rapper? You know what I mean? Who you like one of your favorite story rappers, man?
I don't think I would classify myself as a story rapper. I don't even think I could classify myself, because the whole point about the whole Kakashi thing is I could do anything and I do everything. So
That's what's up.
you know, and then I don't even like doing the same shit either. So it's not like I'll stick to something. But I say my favorite story rapper is probably Ghostface. But
There you go.
I say a nigga that is the best story rapper to me. And I'm saying he's the best because this is the only person that's ever had a song that I feel has changed my life. I feel like it's gay for niggas to be like, oh, a song changed my life. Oh, this, oh, XXX Tentacion saved me from depression. Oh, he saved me. Like, you sound gay. Like, that's me. That's me and my own toxic masculinity, right? But this nigga Razkaz, Nature the Threat, yeah, that song literally did change my whole perspective as a child. And I'm listening to that and I'm hearing what he's saying, and I have the books he's referencing. I start looking through these books, reading the shit he talking about. I'm like, yo, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, I say he's the best just based off of that impact personally. You know?
Big fact. Yeah. Let me ask this real quick, and I not to cut you off. Stuff. Like I would say to me, if you know the old school rappers, I would say particularly New York had that 5% of influence and shit. You know what I mean? More of that spiritual, make you think type shit. Do you think that we could see a resurgence in that type of rap? You feel me? And as you trying to bring that thinking shit, you know what I'm saying?
A resurgence of 5% rap?
Not necessarily 5%, just in general, bringing knowledge. You see how you dropped Razkaz?
Bringing 5% elements back into hip hop.
There you go. Yes, sir.
That's been back. You look at the people that are pushing and moving the culture, and you look at a certain hierarchy, you look at the certain niches and the levels in them, right?
Right.
Planet Asia. What's another one? A.A. Rashid, West Side Gun, Stove by Cooks. You see what I'm saying? SD Knack, for sure. And SD Knack does that heavily. He pushes a lot. Like on the song We Made History, he got a whole verse where he said, I'm mentally living in my truth and square. You see what I'm saying? Only 5% of stores like that. You see what I'm saying? There's Backwoods Sweetie. That's an aspiring one. You see what I'm saying? You got a whole collective of other, like Bub Rock and other different people. There's like, I personally know 10. Like, I personally know of 10 right now, actively.
Were those all New York rappers?
No, not all of them.
Okay.
No. Most of them.
Because when I hear Stove God Cooks, so I went to a Spitta concert like for 420, and Stove God Cooks opened up, and he was just talking about cooking crack the whole time. And I was like,
he does talk about cooking crack. But listen to his only album. He only got one album. But if you listen to that album, shit's on the 5%. Like just mad 5% shit. In fact, I was listening to a song earlier today. It was either the song Big Ass Bracelet or it was the song Jesus Crack. And on the song Jesus Crack, he had a line where the nigga said he got like a Louis Vuitton prayer rug or some shit like that. Like all he do is rap about designer, coke, and Allah. Like that's all he rap about. It's always the same shit. Like,
a lot of shit flies above people's head, man. That was my first introduction. Made me read a lot, like actually like the old Wu-Tang shit, like Mac knowledge. It's like, what the fuck is a knowledge? Why the fuck would you put that as a bar? And then you do your supreme mathematics and shit. Like that was like my introduction.
And then right. Okay.
Yeah. You definitely got to be tapped in to get those references.
Exactly, because the niggas speak specific lingo. Like, unless you know that term or you know that phrase, then you're not really going to like notice the person said that. Yeah.
What do you enjoy the most about being an artist and a musician?
Damn, let's go.
Being able to release in all facts and all facsimiles.
I relate to that. Expression.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
As far as projects, you got anything upcoming? We know you got the Black is Beautiful drop. Would you drop that March or something like that earlier this year?
It dropped on Valentine's Day on a personal website, MayweatherTheory.com. Then we dropped it on DSPs March 1st. As far as upcoming projects, I got $1 Zillion Man with my man from the Bronx, Zilly 900, who did another project with my man's Know-It-All from Queens called 777. But me and Zilly got that EP coming out. And then I'm working on a couple of different real big curations. One is going to be the Closer drop because of how, I'm working with a big producer with that. We got a couple different big producers. Then that album is really like, because I could tell niggas want me to go back to that rap shit. So it's like, I'm gonna give y'all, you know what I'm saying?
That rapidy rap shit. I got you, bro. I got you. Nah, I'm finna ask you a question now, because now you done stirred my motherfucking mind. What would be your dream producer to work with? Speaking of that, you know what I mean? Damn, got me on that one.
This is the thing. I don't really think I have that, because there was a point in time where I didn't even know how the fuck to distribute music. I thought you needed some type of music deal or something like that. And then I found out you could do all this shit just from a phone. And that's how I started out, doing all this from my iPhone. Just from my iPhone, I ended up going on to work with. And before the age of 22, going on to work with over 10 different artists that I grew up listening to. And then even having enough personal experiences to see how ain't shit a lot of these motherfuckers are. and you know how much of a business this is more than anything else. And so after that experience, there was no more enamorment because now I was part of it. So now it was just more so a familiarity. So I don't know if it's more so just a dream thing. It's more so just about the right one for the right thing at the right time. You see what I'm saying? There's mad dudes that I love they sound. Would I immediately go on my way to like, you know what I'm saying? Just yo, let me get a beat, whatever. Like it depends. It depends on when I make it. You know what I'm saying? I love Alchemist. I wouldn't get Alchemist for Black is Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that. It's like that.
I feel like you might kind of fit in with that Black is Beautiful a little bit though. Alchemist.
Alchemist.
Yeah.
Yeah, facetious over there.
Maybe. It would depend. It would depend. He would have to make like, cause like what you need, that don't even sound like no hip hop. It just sound like straight up like a jazz record. Something.
That makes me think about how you mentioned about how, you know, a lot of these people in the industry ain't really what we think that they are. So ain't shit. I try to be nice. What would you say is like probably like the biggest problem that you've seen or experienced in the music industry? Because it's not easy being an artist. At the end of the day, it is a business. So there's a lot of shady things that go on. But what would you say?
Is the biggest?
Well, you can name a couple or whatever you experience.
It's really hard to say because there's so many different situations. So for one thing that's a misconception, I'm gonna just go through like some Mythbusters shit.
Okay,
right?
let's go.
So here's one Mythbuster, right? These niggas see you, okay? Don't think you're this small. Pause. These niggas see you, all right? And these niggas, yes, these niggas do be watching. Not as much as you think, but more than you wouldn't. You see what I'm saying? And if that be the case, and one day you drop something, and then later you just see that nigga dropping the same thing, yeah, that did exactly what you think happened. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you got any association to anybody that they've ever been associated with at any point in time. You see what I'm saying? Another Mythbuster, just because you bought, like just because you made the purchase, don't mean that you own it. That could be for anything. Do try to have either paperwork or some type of, even if it's a non-written, you know, contract. It could be a social contract of sorts. Just have proof of evidence for that. Just because you are cool with somebody, don't mean you gotta work with them. And just because you work with somebody, don't mean that you're cool with them.
That's facts. That's facts.
Hey, you know, tell these niggas they trash, please. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta gatekeep. Bring it back. Gatekeeping.
And that's really about it for real. You know, any personal experiences is more like just on some like very one-off like personal experience with like certain characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I would just have to get into a specific for that. But yeah.
Have you met anybody famous that wasn't shit?
A couple.
Yeah.
Oh man, now you lucky we ain't live. You know,
and it's like, you know, at first, because like I said, these was niggas I grew up on. Now, there wasn't no idolship because I grew up being taught not to, you know, have no type of idol worship. But I'm just looking at this supposed real nigga, this supposed G, this supposed gangster, right? The supposed street gangster. And this nigga, like, nigga, you over here talking about something, treat me to lunch. Like, nigga, Nigga, what? And then I'm gonna have the nerve to try to get me to do a feature for you, which that's gonna help you more than it's gonna help me. But try to get me to do a feature for you, and then get me to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? And then when I'm going off on you, you got the nerve to be like, bro, chill, calm down. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I had a homie, man. He was from Plainfield, New Jersey. I used to rap a little bit with him, right? But he tell me his one of his uncles was in this kid group. I forgot the name. It was a rap group. It's almost like ABC back in the day, another bad creation. I don't know if you remember them shit, but it was kind of like in that same vein. And he used to be in the studio with a lot of these cats because that dude ended up producing. He told me a lot of the same shit you telling me that. You know, they met a lot of industry cats and they ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like they seen some other shits that Cat Williams walking in the mansion type of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And I think part of like starting this, I think Star can testify to this shit because you sound like you in that same vein of breaking that motherfucking matrix to break up that shit. You know what I mean? And honestly, I wish more artists like yourself got more shine on that. But it's like, fuck it, we're gonna take over the game, just like you doing your own thing, not necessarily having per se a dream producer or want to work with this person. You know what I mean? Ain't no meat riding shit going on, pause. You know what I mean? Like you're doing your own motherfucking thing. So I really respect that, man, and your perspective on the game. I just want to let you know that shit. You know what I mean?
Very articulate. Yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah. So what advice would you give to your younger self, creative wise?
Yo, focus on equity. Like, it doesn't matter how much money you put into this shit. If the money can't be funneled back, you see what I'm saying? Focus on trying to make money off this shit. You know what I'm saying? The talent is there, and the talent is going to remain prevalent so long as the skills properly executed as well. But focus on making money off of this and making money back.
Facts. Speaking of, you have Black is Beautiful on vinyl, right? Okay, so y'all been selling those?
Yeah, we got this deal with Biggest Factory, these manufacturers in Canada. And, they ship out around top of next year, is looking like, thus far based off projections. But we got a couple different units moved out already for some orders, but you could go to it. It's on my joint. It's got links for it in the bios of all my channels, all my social media pages. $25 for the vinyl. It's a trifold. You open it up, it's got the velour insides with the original cover. Front of the cover, it's got the pen grid redesign alternate cover. It's got custom stamp on the front of the vinyl. It's got the acid wash on the vinyl disc. So like we really making like it's all about the imagery for it. We gonna have CDs and all that shit coming soon too. But I'm gonna have like something specially set up with the CD. Like I want the CD to come with like a DVD and a music video too.
Oh,
that's some artistic shit. That's some real art shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dope. I like it. I feel like people need to make their music, make experiences around their music.
Absolutely. It's got to be you gotta have like a theme to it. Treat it like a movie. Treat it like a film. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Treat it like kayfabe too. You see what I'm saying? Like really get into it.
Yeah. I like how you said find a way to make money off this stuff, because I feel like a lot of, especially independent artists, they don't last a long time in the game because, you know what I'm saying? They got to quit, go back to 9 to 5 or something because they're not investing right. So, I mean, I would like independent artists to be able to learn the business side of it more because it takes more than just talent.
Absolutely. It's way more than just talent. Like, just today, I was looking at, somebody came to hear me, inquired about a feature. And he reminded me to start counting. And I started counting how many people that came to me for features with none of their own shit set up to where they really even get much off of it or whatever. So then it's like, I say I take your beat, but now you don't got no way for me to give you splits. You don't got no real way for you to like funnel the splits. Even if you getting them splits, you just gonna get it off that one song and you're not doing nothing else with it. You see what I'm saying? Or
like they're not on DSPs or what? What do you mean?
like you don't got no DSP, you don't got no, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and no nothing, no nothing.
Yeah.
Let alone the ASCAP sound scan and all that.
IBM hustling backwards.
Right. Let alone any of that. I'm just talking about having an artist profile in general. So it's like, so I'm just taking your beat and that's it. Like, or I'm just giving you this verse and no one's gonna hear it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, I got the money from it, but it's like, then what about you? Like, is this what you do it for?
Yeah.
Be about that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a podcast in itself. The business. I think so. Many people, especially researching independent artists, bro. A lot of these cats are just putting shit out, man. No promotion, nothing like that. So you know, I think the business side is really not taught, and it's a damn shame. You know what I mean? Because that's where your coins is, particularly if you plan on eating off this shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, at the same time, some people think that it's just supposed to sell itself, and sometimes it can, but it only does it so much. Like, there's still, you know, factors to it, like the main thing.
I used to hear this phrase that good dope sell itself, but I don't believe that because people got to know that you got it first.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the feds, you for real, talking about good dope selling itself. Let me ask you this, bro. Why should somebody listen? I know it's kind of a cliche ass question, but I think it's relevant, bro. Like, why you think people should listen to you as opposed to anybody else? What are you bringing, or what do you feel you bringing new to the game? You know what I mean?
I don't think anyone should listen to me as opposed to anyone else.
Say that shit. I knew it.
You know what I'm saying? Listen to whoever the fuck you want. If you want some ignorant ass shit that there's no substance to it, it's just about the vibe, like on some mumble rap trap shit, I got projects for that. If you want that Max B tape shit, I got that. You want that real lyrical tape shit, I got that. You want some conscious shit, I got that. You want some lyrical, like, you know, heartfelt shit, emotional shit, I got that. You want storytelling, I got that. You want characterization, I got that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I got all types of flavors, all types of shit. Like, if you want it, I got it. You see what I'm saying? And if you don't need it, get going. You know what I'm saying? And if you need it, holla at me. And that's how it is. So either way, I'm posted up on the block with the work.
Hustler shit right there. I feel you.
Okay, I got a follow-up question. What do you think the game's missing right now?
Authenticity.
Big facts, because that's what I was thinking too. Elaborate.
I feel that all things at their root is, of course, yourself accountable, right? But when it comes to the self, oftentimes it's mastered by people's perceptions. So if they have one mindset about something and it's dictating the way they move, then simply changing that mindset in itself would allow way for them to then move differently. So you can name mad shit like, oh, the game is missing gatekeeping. Well, you're going to need authenticity for that. Oh, the game is missing more people looking out for the little man. You're going to need authenticity for that. You see what I'm saying? Like, all at the core, like, none of them things is not going to run unless you have some type of authenticity behind it. Otherwise, what's anything without the will for it? You see what I'm saying? Something with a lack of will for it is nothing. Not gonna have no motion.
Facts.
Yeah. It's like when you mindset shifts, authenticity, and I feel like too, a lot of people's egos get in the way of great things. Yeah.
But like I said, it's all about like niggas want to keep using this word motion. Like wills have motion. It's all about will. You see what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Yeah, big facts. Big facts. Yeah. I want to say you can almost hear the bag mentality in some of these people's shit. You know what I mean? You can hear that there's no music tree in it. You know what I mean? It's almost like a job, 9 to 5 type of shit. And you can't really resonate. That's the type of shit that don't last the time, like the test of time to me. When you hear somebody like they doing it, like in your music, bro, I can hear the music tree in your shit. You know what I mean? Like you actually give a fuck about you.
I don't think that in itself it would take away from something, but I don't think it would take away too much, because like that person to me sounds like a nigga that's about his business, and that person might be a great businessman to where he could get by. And clearly that's what he wanted to do in the first place, just get by. So he won. He was successful at what he did, and he was right. He had the right mentality to execute that. But if you're trying to do what I'm trying to do, then yeah, it goes beyond any goals or anything. It's just about stimulating an obsession. For me personally, for people that love this shit, like really love this shit, it's just for the pure sport, for the pure love. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's for their own vices. It's just to stimulate their own vices too, you know?
It's not paid in full. Paid in full. Remember that line for Paid in Full? I love the game, B. Like, you know what I mean?
Feel like one of them bowling niggas and shit. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate you. I appreciate what you offer to the game.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Even your mentality, I appreciate that too, because we need more of that. Spreading that kind of energy around.
I think there's exactly how much there needs to be. You know? And because people focus too much on, you know, the real fickle and finite shit. People should focus on order. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot less equality, more order. You see what I'm saying? Because order goes beyond equality anyway. You know what I'm saying? If everything is just on a plateau, then there's no motion, there's no peak, there's no nothing. Let alone even be unity. Order shows more unity than equality. You know, so
God orderly direction.
Right. So there's just enough chaos and there's just enough of the conscious shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there needs to be ignorant shit. I love being ignorant.
That's that you went into the Mayat shit. He going into the balance. He about to throw the scales on your ass. I feel you.
This is about work.
Yeah. David Banner had a good quote. I'm gonna paraphrase the shit, but he kind of said in a sense that everything doesn't have to be positive, everything doesn't have to be negative, but we should be the ones controlling it, you know, in a sense. And I think that go back to what Starr said about gatekeeping in general. You feel me? Controlling who? Because I think what you kind of hitting at is the balance a little bit thrown off, a little bit slight. At least if all you listen to the mainstream shit, that's what you're gonna get though. You know what I'm saying? So is there like any mainstream people you even listen to?
Yeah, there's a couple mainstream niggas, but niggas that been out, like as far as new people.
Yeah, new people.
I don't listen to them, but when I hear from what I've heard from them, I like it. This one chick, Anicia, I like her. I fuck with Ice Spice. And I fuck with
I'm
Sexy Red.
surprised with that one, bro. I'm
I
shocked.
fuck with Sexy Red. Sexy Red is funny to me.
Oh gosh.
Like all her music is funny to me. What's another new nigga?
You named all females.
Flo Milli, but she's not new. You see what I'm saying?
Around a minute.
You know, I like Rico Nasty. I like Offset. I like Lil Uzi. I like Playboy Cardi. I like Kanye. You know, I like Kendrick. I like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with them. I don't be listening to they shit like that all the time though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been years since I've heard certain niggas, but I fuck with them. I fuck with them.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So what you got starting and closing? We don't keep my mans too long. You got any?
Okay. Okay. I got a closing question. What would you want your fans to know about you?
Damn, that's hard, bro.
You know, like when they think of you, what do you want them to know you for? You gotta come with the philosophical.
When they think of me, what do I want them to think of? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, in real life, how I am with all situations, I don't like holding no expectations. I want everybody to do exactly as they will. So when you think of me, I actually want to know what you think. What goes through your mind? What runs through your head when you think of me? What's invoked when my name is brought about? You know, that's really a question for me to ask the person.
Okay.
You don't pick your own legacy, right?
No, you could definitely shape that, but my whole thing is I do absolutely everything.
Kashi.
You know, you can think anything and you'll have the right answer.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Very woke answer.
They hit you with the woke answer. But I think that's the beautiful thing about music is that you put the shit out in subjective. You feel me? Whatever you think about it, you gonna think about it. You know, the thing is to put out something that is gonna evoke them thoughts. You feel me?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I'm putting it out there. I'm putting myself out there. So that's why I salute every artist, particularly if you independent artists, because you know they doing it for the love of the game, but they just putting shit out there. You putting yourself out there. And I think that's the biggest thing, yo. The biggest thing with musicry, biggest thing with artistry in general, bro. You putting yourself out there. So salute to you, man. You feel me?
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Definitely. You got anything else you want to ask?
That's all I got.
All right, brother. We appreciate you coming through, man, and blessing us with your presence. Peace, God. Put some 5%, some spiritual shit on this motherfucker once. No, I'm just playing. I think we all on the level to a certain extent. I think everybody has their own path, but you know, we look forward, man, to any releases you got, you know, and I actually want to close or let you close by, you know, if you got anything you want to plug, man, where can we find you at, bro? Where's the best place to stream you at? All that shit.
Find me on all platforms under the name Blaq Chidori, BLA, capital Q, CHIDORI. You definitely go to my YouTube. You know, I got miscellaneous freestyle lyric videos, music videos, visuals up there. You can list all my albums on there. You can check out my SoundCloud if you want to view any of my older works from like when I was younger and whatnot. I got miscellaneous mixtapes on there too. You know, look out for me as Zilly 900, $1 Zillion Man. But for right now, we got Black is Beautiful. You could purchase the vinyl off Diggers Factory on diggersfactory.com/Black is Beautiful. You know, me and Happy Art. That's all I gotta say.
Definitely. You throw that link. You gotta shoot me that link too, bro. We're gonna throw it in the notes for this, but
hey, yo.
Go ahead.
I ain't shooting no man no link. Hey, yo.
I mean, you know what I meant, bro. You know what I mean. Pause. I say pause before that shit. It is what it is. Podcast, nah, shit. But appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You got anything stuck?
It was definitely a pleasure interviewing you. So thanks for blessing us.
Thank you.
Just got excited, let's make this about you. Let's go outside to call the restaurant, reserve the table just for two.
Talk shit, never do such. No, only fools rush. Bought a new tux, whiter than the Ku Klux. Any chick I ever met said I'm too much. In a few months, rock gold that weigh 2 ton. Got a new gun, and I shoot it off if you let me. Test me, bet I make it messy. Let's see, pull up in the SC, earn in the passenger, burn in the indica, burn if I clap at ya. Fake niggas can't sit with us. No, broke bitches can't get with us.